The other day we saw Brad Pitt's new action vessel, Bullet Train. So Aiden, what did you think of Bullet Train? So Aiden, what is the plot of Bullet Train?
Brad Pitt is a something. He's like a bag man. And the person who's supposed to do the job he's on calls in sick, which leaves him to pick up a bag of money, a briefcase. He gets on a bullet train in Japan, and everybody wants the money. There's a lot of people getting killed on the train. There's some mystery around who's doing the killing. Everyone thinks it's each other. The train turns out to be a big hot spot for a bunch of assassins and general ne'er-do-wells who all end up on the train, and they kill each other and do other things until the mystery unravels about why they're there and what's going on. So Connor, what do you think of Bullet Train?
I wasn't a very big fan of Bullet Train, to be honest. My biggest problem with Bullet Train is, just from a concept level, you have something called Bullet Train. You're like fast, you want something high paced with a lot of energy, and it should move quick. And most importantly, it should be 90 minutes. But this movie was a staggering 2 hours and 15 minutes, and you felt the runtime so hard. Now look, I say every movie should be 90 minutes, and I stand by that. But this movie needed to be 90 fucking minutes. I say it all the time. This movie should be 90 minutes. That movie should be 90 minutes. This movie should have been 90 minutes. Why, you might ask? Because there's so much boring shit in the movie. I was bored. And the action is all like this CGI After Effects crap. You got one of the directors of John Wick in this, and John Wick has tremendous action. And this movie's fucking boring. The action kind of sucks. There's a couple cool moments of action in it, but it's mostly interspersed with boring at best action. The mystery's not that good. It unfolds like it wants to be like some sort of like... It almost has a cockiness of someone like Tarantino or the Coen brothers, but it doesn't back it up by being good.
The mystery's kind of fucking weird, because they spend a lot of the movie like going through this mystery, but pretty much like immediately the girl just is like, yeah, this is all me.
Yeah, I also like... Brad Pitt was kind of boring in the movie. I did like the brothers. They were decent characters. I thought the girl was kind of insufferable.
I like Snake Eyes.
And
the guy from Snake Eyes, the
fucking white Cobra or whatever the fuck.
I don't remember the characters of G.I. Joe names.
White Snake, no.
I thought he was good.
Storm Shadow.
Yeah, Storm Shadow from
G.I.
Joe movie a little bit ago. I thought he was good.
There was a lot of celebrity cameos for no reason.
Literally everyone famous is in this shit for some reason.
It felt like the Rated R Free Guy or something. I didn't watch Free Guy, but I imagine it's just full of cameos. And
you saw some Free Guy, and then you fell asleep.
Yeah, I was going to watch Free Guy on the clock at work, and I fell asleep.
Yeah, it happens to the best of us.
I fell asleep because Free Guy bored me to sleep after 5 minutes. But yeah, I mostly didn't like it. It looked kind of good. The biggest thing I think hits it is it really should have been a faster paced movie. Quicker cuts, quicker shots. When they were making James Bond Quantum of Solace, they compared the movie to a bullet train. They wanted it to feel like everything was quick. Now that's not the best movie, but it was fast-paced and had decent action. And you have an action director, and you have this concept of something that's fast-paced. Make it like a John Wick action movie, but 90 minutes. You could have had some fun fights with the suitcase, you could have had some fun gun fights, you could have had some fun martial arts fights. But instead it's like this stretched out, boring slog with mediocre action. And I saw it as a big missed opportunity, in my opinion. Like, there was stuff you could do there. A lot of elements were in place. But ultimately, I just thought it was fucking mediocre. So, Aiden, what did you think of Bullet Train?
I think Bullet Train conceptually is really cool. Like the Agatha Christie murder mystery on a train thing where everyone's stuck there together, but mixed with action. There's a lot of issues bogging it down. I think, well, for one, the mystery is kind of bad. The mystery is actually really bad, especially because pretty much from the start, you know the girl's behind everything on the train, and they build up the White Death guy, who's played by that one fucking guy. What's his name?
Michael Shannon.
Michael Shannon, yeah. Michael Shannon's the White Death. So you basically know who the villains are the whole time. And the mystery's not really that much of a
Also,
mystery.
the whole idea is once they got to Kyoto, Michael Shannon was going to be there. So it's pretty inconsequential that Michael Shannon hired them all to go to Kyoto to meet him there, because everybody but Brad Pitt is trying to meet Michael Shannon in Kyoto.
Yeah, and Brad Pitt, Brad Pitt's character, I think, is funny conceptually, where he just wants to leave and he's sick of everything.
That's true.
It doesn't really land. I don't know what's up. It just doesn't land with me at all. The comedy of errors thing could be fun, but it doesn't. It's just not that fun. Most of the action is pretty bad, which is weird. The movie starts out with the strongest action scene first, where some Mexican guy attacks Brad Pitt with a knife, and they do fun stuff with the briefcase, and it's a little funny, it's a little weird. And after that, it kind of gets substantially less good with every action scene, especially when they start taking action scenes on top of and outside of the train, where they just become like CGI messes. Especially the very end of the movie is just like a goddamn CGI nightmare. It's weird. I don't know. Some of the characters I like. The Storm Shadow is good, and his dad. Both of them are good. The brothers are good, but then the girl is insufferable. Brad Pitt doesn't really work. So it's kind of bouncing between all these characters at the same time, and I have mixed feelings on them. I have mixed feelings on the action that's going on. And sometimes it does kind of feel like you can tell that the Deadpool 2 guy directed it, because there's times where it feels like it's just blatantly trying too hard.
Yeah.
Which is the same problem that Deadpool 2 had, where it was trying too hard when it really just should have eased up. It is too long. The mystery's not good enough to sustain it for nearly 2.5 hours. I like the concept a lot. The trailer really sold me on it, but in the end it's pretty much just a pile of mediocrity that did not live up to a very fun concept, potentially. So Connor, would you recommend Bullet Train?
I'm gonna go no on this one. I think overall, it's pretty skippable. So, Aiden, would you recommend Bullet Train?
Not really. It feels like a fucking Netflix movie or Amazon Prime,
Right.
where I feel like when it's on whatever streaming service it inevitably ends up on, it'd be a good fucking movie to watch while you're hungover. doing something else on your phone. But it's not worth the trip to the theater. It's a pretty mediocre movie
Genuinely.
with a good concept.
Pretty much think if you tightened up the script, I would have recommended it, but it feels bloated,
It's definitely
which is a weird thing. Like I said, the Quantum of Solace method didn't really work with Quantum of Solace. I like that movie. A lot of people hate it, but Quantum of Solace, and listen to that director, because he knows how to direct a movie that's 90 minutes long.